This is take number 3. Apologize for the loud music, sort of dubstep thing. Only only song I could find, but yeah. The shot after this is my favorite. I really like how it turned out with the lighting here. And it sort of zooms in on the focal point. Really loved how the meshing sort of and the lighting fit together really in this level. Nice shadows being made with the grates. Custom particles here and here. Same with this lightning. And yeah. Welcome to the level. This first room was the one that I was experimenting with. Very new to Unreal Engine. I made a custom particle effect here and here. Those yellow ones you saw in the movie were just recolored, honestly, of these because I, already had them. Anyway, I guess since you already saw the reactor room, you'll understand why the lava is yellow, but I'll get onto that in a bit. These cubes have a cool, I'd say, fractal effect to them. This is actually the lava texture, but I applied it and thought it looked really nice, so I kept it like sort of power fractal. I really like it, and I love how it turned out. Kind of on accident, but yeah. This first node does nothing, so we'll go to the next one, and this spawns another cube, and we'll just put it on the other available one. Blue wall here, no cubes allowed past this point, and I've tried it many times to try and get one through, and it's like it's not possible. Right, so this area we have some sort of control stations, or what it seems like. I tried to make it as immersive as possible. Also one over there, covered up by the beautiful cable management. Over here we have just sort of some electrical stuff and a PC desk setup, or laptop setup anyway. Some medical supplies. Look quite nice lined up next to each other. This area took me a while. Really liked how it turned out, sort of diorama, little diorama piece with smaller assets. Really was meticulously done. All the, like, even the coaster. But yeah, here's the big sign: restore power to the grid to prevent capacitor meltdown. Watch my previous video, you'll see some sort of differences between this and that if you really want to, if you have the time, I guess. This lava is yellow, as you've seen in this room, probably during the cinematic. The reactor is yellow, so I thought maybe it'll be kind of canonical. Anyway, support beams holding up a sort of atrium section, if that's what it's called. Oh no, mezzanine, that's the word, mezzanine. To these. Now I added these in the meshing phase. These sort of drums, and I also added light, but I didn't like how it was being reflected, so I added in some actual spotlights above each of these to add a really nice sort of spotlight effect on the top, sort of warm feeling to them. Gives it a really nice look, and I think it looks amazing in the cinematic. But anyway, yeah, really happy how that turned out. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. The sort of my immersive way of storing the energy cubes, I guess, power cubes. They have to have some sort of storage, people need to use them. So why not use one of these boxes? Was really interesting learning experience for me to get the collision working and understanding the actual inner workings of the collision system. To me was really entertaining and rewarding. Once I got it working, it's like a tangible box. It's so strange to me. But anyway, yeah, let's move on. Chuck this over the side. Quick thing to note. You can speedrun this bit. I mentioned it in a previous video. You can just jump over. But it won't help you progress the level any faster because the logic will gate you from progression. You have to do everything in order. Here we have this lighting. It was much higher before, but I like the little reflection of here. And I just kind of like this sort of piece. I turned it down since the last video though. Roof pieces, pipes and stuff. Tried to sort of fill up the roof. If I had more time, I really would change these walls out. They look way too reused. I'd love to make these walls do something with them proper, but I just don't have the time, nor do I have the money to buy the assets. Anyway, this room is opened by this control panel. Wish I could light these up with a script, but I don't want to get into Blueprint right now. I want to focus on this. The other one opens the reactor room, so we will explore the first room, and I'll take one of these to speed up time a little bit. So as we go in, this is the cargo hold. You saw it in the cinematic. This is the ground floor of the cargo hold, sort of broken down. Little step ladder. You know, got a what is this? A wrench. Wires. Make everything sort of feel like it belongs here, rather than just copy pasting assets everywhere. Same with this sort of like rug thing. Anyway, coming up to the upper level, got a door. You know, someone might have like broken their door, whatever, and they had to store it in here. So I guess that's good. Use these roof things again. I was gonna use the guarded one. That's actually 2 assets, but I thought this might look better. Had some spotlight pieces in here. I really love the lighting on this palette. Sort of makes it look, gives it a warm look. Wish I had more assets to work with. This chair has seen a lot of use. Same with that toolbox. I acquired this asset pack with the big boxes recently, so as you can see, going on forward from this room, there'll be a lot more white being used. But anyway, that extended the bridge, so we will open up the reactor room and have a look what's inside. We also have another node here with a little control station. Some sort of mess over there. We'll explore that later, and we'll see what this does as well later on. But here's the reactor room. Very nice custom particle. Took me ages to do, but doesn't have multiple effects, but took me bloody ages, and really I think I'm happy with it for my first ever actual attempt at making a particle from scratch without any help. Or I guess I did have help, but it was more just a figuring out sort of thing, as you'll see on the forum. Anyway, this is a little control room. I really enjoyed making this with all the little pieces. These are all individual pieces. I don't know if it sort of seems like it's one asset, but I hope it does, at least. Because actually maybe it looks like a bit of a mess, but this powers the elevator here. Sort of self-explanatory. Hope the level explains itself. And we'll power this. Immediately does nothing, as you might think, but once we take this off here, we open up this room in order to pick up the other cube, because there's another pressure pad in there which we need to open this door here. So we'll need to go grab the one that we've left for the bridge, as this one has now kept power to the bridge, so we can cross safely both ways, even while this is unplugged, because I guess we've plugged it in electrical junction, you know, further up or something. The grid is being powered more overall, so we'll take this over. And now we have 2 for this side. Great, we have our supplies are going up. We'll reopen the reactor room, and we will enter. Power up the elevator. Now, there are quite a few skips, and I kind of intentionally left them in. Didn't want to make invisible walls, because as a player, I just hate it. I think it's just restricting to the player. I think if they find a way around something, then so be it. But obviously, in some cases, it is completely game-breaking. But yeah, you can just chuck this thing over and have it work without the without this cube. But I think it's just, you know, better to do it the old-fashioned way. We'll go up, and we'll drop the cube down, and we heard the noise, which actually is corresponding to a box being placed. And as you can see, one has now appeared. We'll check out this room as well, which is the final room. Before, I guess, the control room, the final room, where we will establish a fully powered sort of base. So we'll make our way up. Little tiny bit of platforming. Actually, failing this somehow, but yeah, we'll make our way up and chuck the box down. Sorry for the bad frame rate. I have no idea what's causing it. We need to grab, as you can see, there's 3 here, and we have 1, 2 there, and then this one needs to keep the final door open, so we'll have 3 here, as we don't need power to the elevator anymore. So now that we have 3, I'll chuck 1 of them in here, because we don't need this one anymore. But we'll need the elevator to be powered for now, while we go grab this one. And now we no longer need access to this side of the map, so we can unplug the elevator, or the bridge. I kept calling it an elevator, I don't know why. And here we have our 3 cubes that we will use to power the final door. I don't know if this is kind of self-explanatory, but a door is to walk through, and there is a wall here, but if you do that, you get the mind-blowing noise, and it plays the level sequence again. Thank you so much for watching my walkthrough. Yeah, thank you.